hello Dolphin fans. I'm not reading off a script on this one right now, so bear with me if I struggle a little bit, but I thought the offseason's about to start, so it's about time to start looking at some free agents that we could pick up because we do have a lot of money, and there's no doubt about it that we have a lot of holes we need to fill. So I did my best research I could on finding who was even going to be a free agent this year, and I tried to kind of see, where they were at. And one thing I wanted to really make sure was I don't want to look at any player that's aging, because I think with all the Tom Brady rumors, which I didn't think he was going to go there anyway, but they made it pretty clear that they're looking for people that can be here for a long time instead of just a few years. So we're looking at only young players. I'm trying to find people under 30. I think the youngest was 25 that I found that I put on this list. So it's just a few players that come to mind. I don't actually know if they're going to pursue them or not. And I did the best research I could. So anyway, let's get on with it. I tried to go with whatever needs we need the most. So the first one I have here is Jadeveon Clowney, the defensive end for the Seattle Seahawks. Now, of course, you remember we tried to do this last year. And the reason he skipped out is because he didn't see the Dolphins as a contender, which we weren't. I mean, we were 5-11. The Seahawks did make the playoffs, but I think last year we could maybe say it was sort of a throwaway season. They were trading all their picks and players and cap space for the future, not the 2019 season. So we got that season out of the way. Now we're actually trying to compete. Maybe we can bring Clowney in here. He's still relatively young. I don't know if this will work out. Part of me is not sure I even really want him because he kind of just talked about how much he doesn't want to go there a year before. Not sure why we should bring him back, but I don't know. We really need some pass rush help, and Charles Harris is just not looking like he's the guy, so could maybe use him. I also targeted Byron Jones here, the cornerback from Dallas, is set to be a free agent. Now, the corner's a bit of a weird one. Nick Needham played pretty well this season, so we could have maybe something there, but again, we're not too sure. And Xavier Howard is good, but all that stuff about him getting arrested all happened, so we're not really sure what the Dolphins are going to do now. I would assume he's back, but if he's not, Byron Jones would be a pretty good pick. I always thought he was a really good corner, and that Dallas had a really good defense back in 2018. He was one of those players I was looking at. So if the cornerback position does need to be addressed, this is a player to really look at here. Now, we do really need some safety help. It's gotten to a point where I literally can't tell you off the top of my head who our safeties are at either position. So I looked at Justin Simmons here from Denver. He's solid. I wouldn't mind him. Some of these players, it's kind of like, what do we have to really lose? We just need some help. So I wouldn't mind targeting him. Also, Anthony Harris, a safety from Minnesota, I thought played pretty well. I think he had his best season of his career in 2019, I'm pretty sure. The Vikings have a lot of defensive players. I'm not sure if they're going to actually be able to pay everybody, so we'll see what they do there. Those are the two safeties I got. They're kind of like nothing really to lose, but we do definitely need some safety help. And then I really could not find any offensive lineman free agents, or at least a lot of young ones. The only one I got here was Jack Conklin, a right tackle, and he was the youngest one in this list, so he can be around for a while. And he did pretty good, but the only thing that scares me is his pass block issues. He's apparently not too good at that, and again, if we draft Tua, that could be a problem. He's a right tackle, so that's one of the most important positions on the offense, and it's really hard to find one, so guess I wouldn't mind pursuing it, but just kind of keep it in mind. If some defensive end comes in and rams Tua's hip, then that's not good. I don't know. We'll see. Another one I put down was Unique Ngakoue, the defensive end from the Jags. And I actually made a video about this at some point last year before the season started. I always thought that this should be an investment. We need some help on the pass rush, and I think he's just a really good player. And the Jags had a really good defense a few years ago. Jags are clearly not doing anything anymore. They're just stuck in purgatory. They kind of just got to see if maybe they got anything in Gardner Minshew or Nick Foles, but I already know it's not going anywhere. They're just going to be a boring team. For the Jags, they might as well just trade Ngakoue and see if they can get more picks, I guess. But I wouldn't mind that pickup. And then the last one I got here is Melvin Gordon, the running back for the Chargers. And he does have some injury concerns. And again, we don't have the best O-line ever. But Melvin Gordon, when he's on his game, he's really, really good, though. I've always thought he was a pretty good running back when he's doing good. And there are some other free agent running backs, but they're all players that I feel like they're probably going to bring back. Melvin Gordon, I honestly am not sure the Chargers are going to bring back, because Austin Eckler also had a pretty solid season. I was pretty sure, at least. Yeah, so I don't think we should, hesitate on this one. I think that actually might be a pretty easy pickup for us. But that's all I really got. I'll try to do a little more research if I can, but that's just who I got. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any free agents you think we should get, and especially what our biggest needs are. Next week, I'm probably going to do what players that we have that we should keep or let go. So, yeah, just stay tuned for that, and I'll see you later. Fins up.